Okay, so today we're going to be looking at the digital hourglass. Remember, this is within the learn, and then we get to circuits, and then we hit projects, and it's down in the digital hourglass. Okay, so you can see that we've done some of this. I forgot to reset it all, but we'll get it going. Okay, so the introduction here is just going to be introducing some of our tools that we're going to be using. So our schematic that we're going to be doing is running through none of the analog, but we're going to be utilizing this tilt switch to simulate the tilting of an hourglass. Okay. So we're going to be running it through. We see our resistors, 10K resistors, and then for the tilt switch, and then 220s for the LEDs. There, we can see the tilt switch is going to be plugged into being read from the 8, and then our hourglass is going to be going from 2 to 7, and then we have 5 volts coming through for the tilt switch, and then everything else is going through the ground. Okay. So what we're going to be looking at is one tilt switch sensor. I think we have that on our all. Okay, so we have a tilt switch 4-pin and a tilt switch sensor right here. For the project that we'll be using is the tilt switch 4 sensor. Okay, we need 6 LEDs. Okay, and I'm going to select that and go Control C, Control V, and place in 6 220 ohm resistors. So we know we're going to need a 10K resistor. So we're going to make a 10K. And we're going to set that near our tilt switch. Then we're going to go get our other one. We're going to make that 220. And then we'll need 6 of these too. That might be 7 right there. Yep, that's 7. Okay. And so how we're going to be looking it up is we're going to be looking at this. So you'll see they have an older school tilt switch in there. I believe that's actually closer to the one that I have within my kit. But we're going to be running power over and ground. You'll see that we're going to be running the resistors to ground. And then we're going to be giving signal into the other side of the resistor. We're going to also be providing 5 volt in there and going through the rest of it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these set up. Okay, remember the anode and the cathode. So the anode is the positive side. The cathode is the negative side. Okay. So we're dragging that over. And this, our tilt switch, we're just going to want to drop in. We should be able to go there. We'll need our positive side coming up. And then we'll also have a signal wire coming down to 8. Okay. And we'll have signal to 7, signal to 6, signal to 5, signal for 4, signal to 3, and then signal over here for 2. Okay. Now I'm going to change this one over here to a different color just to differentiate between, so this is all of our hourglass over here, and then this is our signal for our tilt switch. Okay. So we can change this because this is supply, so that should be red. We're going to go down and around. That's going to be going in for red for power. And then our ground's going to be coming around for there. And that'll be black. Okay. So mills is going to be that function that's going to keep it running. It's going to give it for a second so it can read. So it keeps track of the milliseconds for your times running on there. It's pertinent to do this because of the fact that we're going to be taking an adjustment from there. Okay. So then the long data type is going to hold 32-bit numbers, meaning that can go from positive 2 billion to negative 2 billion. Okay. So we're going to be running through our mills and assigning that through there. So that means that it can count for a total up to this. So that means that we're going to run it up to that, which means that this could count technically for over 4 days or 50 days, 4 million seconds. Okay. Okay. And so what this is going to do is this is going to have inside of here, it's going to have a little tilt in it. Basically, it's a cavity from where one side is connected to the other side's connected. And it's just going to reference that for our tilt. Okay. So now what's funny is we built this, but now it's actually going to take us to our build side of it. Okay. So we already did the build, so we're just going to run through this again really quick. Okay. Okay, so it's making sure we have power once again. We go through. Okay. We run our power. We have our LEDs. Okay. You could change these to any of the colors. Okay. 220 ohm. Okay, so I'm just going through this again to reference the project. Okay, we're going to need a 10K. And then we have to change it to that. Okay, so actually I can go back one because we still need to set these up. So we're going to go here. We're going to set it up in the first. Okay, so we're just setting these up, going through, aligning our resistors to our LEDs. Okay, and remember these are going from terminal 2 all the way up to terminal 7. I would say bonus points for the person who can answer why we don't use terminal 1 and 0. And it has something to do with the TX and the RX reading. Okay. So, and then the last setup that we need is we need our tilt switch. So we'll need tilt sensor 4. Okay, tilt sensor 4. We're going to place that in there. And we're going to make sure our ground is coming down over here. It's getting power. Okay. And then we have a signal coming out of it. And that's going to go to 8. Okay. So we're matching up over here. And that's it for today's and yesterday's lessons. Once again, we're going to be looking at mills. And we're going to be getting into, so mills is the time of second basically from the Arduino start going through. And then we're going to be looking at the long data type. Okay. So I look forward, I'll try to get this posted and look forward to seeing you guys today during the Zoom meeting. We'll be going through this build side of it. And then tomorrow we'll be getting into the code. Okay. Thank you. We'll see you guys.